I bought some shoes using Afterpay, which was like $400, and I don't need $400 shoes.
Joshua Bavugure is a 22-year-old from New Zealand. He says he got in over his head using so-called
Y'all niggas can see, bro. I'm on the news. I sit here and I react to music literally all day, and I'm on CNN News. Hey man, look, I'm humbled and I'm blessed. Yo, I'm gonna tell you exactly how that shit happened. Now, if you wanna join the crew, the JoshBiv gang, we're one of the flyest community on YouTube, the best dressed community on YouTube. Join the crew and subscribe. How this shit happen? Look, I posted. Actually, no. They found me up on Reddit. Out of all apps, Reddit was the app that they found me on to get this news, CNN shit on track. I posted on the Reddit group Shopping Addiction. Now, during that time, I was spending a little bit too much. I was using those apps, those Afterpay, pay it in 4 installments, buy now, pay later. Bro, that's how they trick you. They say, look, you buy now, pay later. But don't ever use those apps. Kind of funny because I'm in a bit of a sticky situation right now with some income problems. And I'm in an interview about managing your money and about these buy now, pay later services. I posted, I was just posting just to see what kind of advice that they got for me. Anyone got any advice on how to cut down on using Afterpay? I was spending too much. I was buying clothes. I'm not trying to be broke. I'm trying to make sure I spend my shit wisely. And I was buying more than I probably even needed. I first used it to buy a jacket, which was facts, and I was like, I ain't buying any more shit. I got a whole computer set up. I got sneakers. I'm like, my guy, where did all this shit come from, for real? But hey, I'm blessed for this equipment because now, I'm on the YouTube run. Eventually, right after I posted that, I got a DM on the Reddit app. It was like, hey, I'm from CNN. My name is blah blah blah. I'm doing a report about Afterpay and these buy now, pay later services. And I saw your post. Now, at first, I thought this shit, it was a scam. Bro, no one does a business deal on Reddit, on Snapchat. Bro, imagine if you got a DM from Apple and it's from let's say it's on Instagram and they go, hey, we saw your song and we want to feature you. Will you be keen on a business meeting? But nigga, Instagram, ain't no way this Nigerian. Hey, I'm not hating on them. I'm not hating on y'all. But bro, them Nigerians, bro, every time I get a DM, they always trying to scam me on some shit, for real. I'm African, so I'm allowed to talk shit. And we had like a video call for I think it was 45 minutes about my experiences using Afterpay and about myself and what I do and stuff like that. A few weeks they go by and she sent me the article. See, Joshua, people get it at 22. Bro, I'm 22. For all your niggas, you be saying I look 35 or I look 40 or I look 26. I'm not old. The facts are right here. I'm 22. Now, I'm from New Zealand. You guys did not know that. Now you know. So after they posted that, right, they said, hey, we want to put this into a video series. Will you be keen? And I was like, bro, me on the news, bro, I'm down. I'm down to feature on the news. For real, I'm down to feature on the news. I had an interview with the video guy or like the cameraman behind like CNN, and we talked for hours. Now, I didn't know that the video was going to be based around me. Because, bro, if you see this shit, right, they interviewed a bunch of people. Look, right here, Monzon, if that's how you say it, I'm sorry for mispronouncing. 54-year-old high school English teacher in Florida. If we scroll down, you can see that there's me. And if we go down a bit, there is another guy right down here. So, and bro, I didn't think this shit was coming out because they said, look, a lot of news came out with like the war in Ukraine. So I don't think we're gonna get this shit out. And obviously understandable, bro. Ukraine is much more important. Months go by. I was like, look, all right, bro. I sent him an email. I was like, hey, it's been months. No, I'm just trying to, trying to see, is this shit gonna come out or is this shit? He's like, bro, don't worry, this shit is coming out. It's just that taking a little bit, taking a little bit of time. Eventually, I woke up, I checked my email. And I see the link to the video, but I didn't know that they're gonna center the whole thing around me. Now, yo, they said my last name wrong, but hey, I'm just grateful with it being in use.
I bought some shoes using Afterpay, which was like $400, and I don't need $400 shoes.
Joshua Bivugure is a 22-year-old from New Zealand. He says he got in over his head using so-called buy now, pay later services. You've probably seen them when you shop online, encouraging you to pay for products in installments rather than all at once.
When you see it on 4 installments, it kind of sounds cheaper to you, but then obviously you're still paying the same price at the end of the day.
Buy now, pay later services, or BNPL for short, have exploded in popularity over the last few years, especially among millennial and Gen Z consumers. And that has some analysts concerned.
It looks pretty innocuous, on the surface, like, what harm could this really do? But using it repetitively and in close proximity could really create a downward spiral for debt.
Terry Bradford and Julian Alcazar are payment specialists at the Kansas City Fed. They wrote this research brief examining the BNPL industry in the U.S. One of their main concerns is that consumers are able to use multiple BNPL services at the same time, overburdening themselves with debt.
For consumers, the opportunity to stack buy now, pay later products is a big risk because buy now, pay later firms don't have a line of sight into another buy now, pay later product offering. So unlike a traditional credit product where there's a credit report that shows all of the things that you owe, there isn't that for buy now, pay later. And that could lead to the consumer overextending themselves, missing payment, or getting overdrawn on their consumer account as well, because the buy now, pay later firm is going to collect their payment however they see fit.
There'll be times where I'll be broke, to the point where, let's say, for example, I got to pay my Afterpay and then I got to pay for bills and I got to go to buy some groceries. Sometimes I'll have like $10 in my account for the whole week.
That situation is remarkably common. A 2019 survey by the Australian Securities and Investment Commission found that 20% of BNPL users in Australia had, over the course of 12 months, cut back on or went without essential items, including food, in order to make their BNPL payments. Missing a payment can be a big deal. Most buy now, pay later services will charge a late fee and report missed payments.
Missed payments are more likely to be reported than those payments that are made in a timely fashion. So the opportunity for it to help a credit score are not nearly as great as the opportunity for it to hurt.
The Consumer Financial Protection Bureau has requested information from some of the largest BNPL providers in the U.S. as part of an inquiry it opened into the industry in December of 2021. For now, Bradford and Alcazar say these services, like any form of credit, can work for you if you use them wisely.
If you start running afoul of what the terms of service are with your buy now, pay later provider, they're going to cut you off. So it could be a way to learn a hard lesson faster than you might with a traditional mechanism. So in a way, it's less scary that they're using buy now, pay later than that they have a credit card that has a $2,000 credit limit that is accruing late fees and interest that they're going to have to pay off. I would really encourage people to just take it slowly. Make sure you understand what you're doing and how it works for you before going all in on it.